With PS4 Pro, we're giving developers an opportunity to make their games more impactful and immersive.
What excites me the most about the PS4 Pro is that it will allow our world to become more alive than before.
When something like this comes along, all of a sudden people just sort of stop and stare, even the people working on it.
With PS4 Pro, for all new titles, we're asking the developers to support 4K with higher resolution graphics and also HD TVs through higher quality graphics.
When you see it in 4K, it just kind of takes your breath away. It's very, very immersive.
Even if you don't have a 4K monitor and you buy the PlayStation 4 Pro, there's still a lot of benefit to that because even the non-4K version that's downsampled to 1080p looks amazing.
The worlds themselves and the characters, everything just seems to pop a little bit more, and it's just a little bit more dynamic when you're seeing it on screen.
The lushness of the environment, the draw distance, like the feeling of being there will be much bigger.
The specular highlights, the effects, the silhouettes, the graphic fidelity, the level of detail that you're going to see in the world, that's something that you've never had before, and it just brings the world to life.
Horizon is all about nature and it's all about vistas, and with the PlayStation 4 Pro you get these incredible vistas. You can literally look for miles and see individual leaves at those distances.
The graphical fidelity of everything happening around you is a lot larger because all the assets are rendered at a much higher resolution.
We want people to be sucked into that world that we're creating. So now suddenly, the textures are higher, the quality, the visual quality is higher. Everything, everywhere you go, it's more beautiful.
The HDR is just stunning. You don't ever want to go back. You can't unsee the difference.
The colors are so rich and the level of range that you're seeing. You know, if you go into some of these darker areas and contrasted with these amazing brights, it's almost seem impossibly bright, and yet the world just sort of all seems so cohesive still.
You don't need to have a HDR TV to enjoy the benefits of PS4 Pro. The new console is targeted primarily at higher fidelity graphics and smoother frame rates.
People really have an expectation now, especially if it's a fast-paced shooter, to have a really high frame rate.
Frame rate is just making things blur the lines between the game and reality. The controls are so responsive.
Now we have the PS4 Pro, and people keep coming by and they can't believe how good it looks. People gather around my desk and they know what they've built, but they can't believe that we can actually get it to look that smooth and that clean and that crisp.
With the increased power, we are now delivering a level of visual fidelity that is unprecedented on console.
PlayStation